Let's see what Biden says about elections. Let's see the difference. Let's see why we're wrong.
It's no longer just about who gets to vote or making it easier for eligible voters to vote. It's about who gets to count the vote.
Yes?
I'm not even kidding you. That quote was attributed to Joseph Stalin.
Yes, it was.
That was a quote. Our president, I got to point to this, our president literally just quoted Joseph Stalin on television.
Well, why not? He's also fucking quoted Mao.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I saw this clip and I was like, how ravaged is your brain that you thought saying that was a good idea?
Well, remember, he just read whatever they put on the teleprompter for him. So whoever wrote it.
Somebody wrote that and thought it was a good idea?
Who gets to count whether or not your vote counted at all? It's no longer just about who gets to vote.
That's pretty much the clip.
Or making it easier for eligible voters to vote. It's about who gets to count the vote. Who gets to count whether or not your vote counted at all. It's about...
What does that mean, who counts the vote? What does that mean?
It means that when you get to control the process, you can be in power forever. So we can we can stop Trump forever.
I mean, and let me tell you, you were talking about earlier, why doesn't Tucker just go out on his own? Let me give you an example of what Jen Psaki said today.
With these social media platforms, and those engagements typically happen through members of our senior staff, but also members of our COVID-19 team. Given, as Dr. Murthy conveyed, this is a big issue of misinformation, specifically on the pandemic. In terms of actions, Alex, that we have taken, or we're working to take, I should say, from the federal government, we've increased disinformation research and tracking within the Surgeon General's office. We're flagging problematic posts for Facebook.
I'm sorry, what happened to my private company?
It's a private company, bro.
The federal government is literally fucking now flagging things for social media platforms.
Yeah, but then the private company removes it. It's a private company.
No, I get the workaround. But my point is that there's an entire federal government task team, probably a bunch of interns, right, that are sitting there and have to go on Facebook all day, do searches, get into these groups, and they're flagging. The government is now flagging stuff for Facebook and Twitter to take down, and YouTube.
Look, I see your point, Royce, but, when you own a restaurant, let's say, you got to keep the health code level above a certain thing. I mean, it's the same thing as that, right?
First off, I wouldn't own a restaurant. It's a money pit.
It really is.
It's terrible.
The margins on, you have to sell so much booze because the margins on food is so bad. Yeah, but, it's more regulations, Royce. I mean, just because you're a private business doesn't mean you can't follow the rules.
Office. We're flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation. We're working with doctors and medical professionals to connect.
What about the doctors that came out and said masks don't probably work? What about those doctors? Those are the bad doctors? Are those the white supremacist doctors?
Are you saying that the Biden administration, are you saying that President Biden is a flagget?
Yes, he is. Oh, my God, he is.
They are out there false flagging everybody?
Two connected medical experts who are popular with their audiences with accurate information and boost trusted content.
You know what that was?
Boost trusted content.
Oh yeah, you got to boost the good
My
stuff.
private company is now listening to what the government says and they're boosting it.
You know what I always point out? A lot of people think that these guys are just evil and they believe this stuff, but they don't believe this stuff. They're full of shit. You could hear that in her just now, the way she stuttered on that and the way she's talking really fast. Even she knows what this woman is aware that the things she is saying are horrendous and completely counterintuitive to our Constitution. She knows what she's saying is evil, so she's trying to rush through it And that's why she hit that stammer. She was like, "That's what the problem flagging to questions. You got all these questions. You keep the guy. She's turning into Joe Bluth.
Get trusted content out there. We also created the COVID Community Corps to get factual information into the hands of local messengers. And we're also investing, as you all have seen, in the president's, the vice president's, and Dr. Fauci's time in meeting with.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. But you're the crazy people. You're the evil people. Remember that. No matter what you do, you're the bad guy.
And if you're a Black Lives Matter, Antifa, if you're one of these people that's like trying to fucking burn down courthouses every weekend and get in a fist fight, I want you to understand this and mark my words. We're all headed to the same fucking camps. So if you think you useful idiots are going to be part of the new proletariat, that's not how it works. They're going to remove everybody who's problematic. They're just using you to gain momentum to get rid of us. And then the minute they get rid of us, they're getting rid of you too. Like, do you think that the future regime wants Antifa and Black Lives Matter running around crying and wanting free shit? Do you think that's anyone who thinks that socialism is the end game for these people, you are absolutely. These are the same people that promised you no more student loan debt. Hey, Royce, how are those student loan debt forgiveness program? How's that coming along?
Oh, you're serious?
Royce's reply has led me to believe it's not going as planned.
Are you kidding
What
me?
happened to all that? What happened to universal basic income? What happened to all that? You're not getting it. You see, they're going to get rid of the right-wingers because the right-wingers are the most dangerous and problematic to any sort of, regime that wants control. And they're going to let the guys who want control and lick the boots, they're going to use you to help wipe us out. And then when they're done with us, they're coming for you. We're all going to the same camps. And by the way, right-wingers are predominantly in better shape, tougher, and more masculine than you people on the left are. So then you're going to come to the FEMA camps, and we're going to bully the shit out of you, because that's going to be our last attempt to ever have any kind of fun in our lives, is going to be just bullying you people at the fucking FEMA camps. Like, oh, were you an Antifa guy? Oh, man, we're going to beat the shit out of you later. It's going to be hilarious.